Dr. Kara, she does a lot of fertility acupuncture. So can you just take a second to talk about blood flow and acupuncture and how that works and kind of why we're using these herbs in that way?
Absolutely. So the cinnamon is really interesting actually because it enters a few different meridians in Chinese medicine. So they believe the energy flow is through meridians, as I don't know why I'm telling you this, but cinnamon itself is a really moving plant. And you can kind of have this idea if you just take a little dust of cinnamon on your tongue and kind of sit with it and see what happens. It moves a lot and it makes a lot of flow. So that's one of the ways that Chinese medicine helps with fertility, is that it brings blood flow to the reproductive organs. And I know this comes up a lot when we do lab tests, and people always say, can you test my hormones in my blood work? You know, throw that in the blood work, the estrogen, the progesterone, and whatever your number is in your blood, it actually doesn't give us any information about what's going on with your endometrial lining and your ovaries. Is good blood flow actually getting there? And that's one of the main ways that acupuncture helps with fertility. And so it's really neat to see that. And we have these herbs that can also do it. So when we learn naturopathic medicine, we talked about cayenne too as a circulatory stimulant. That's also in this tea. And cayenne, everyone can figure out, is a circulatory stimulant because it makes you sweat, it gets everything flowing. People use it for cardiovascular issues all the time. So that one's pretty obvious, but ginger might not be so obvious as a circulatory stimulant because we always think, I don't know, people think about nausea on cruises and they give it out. You think about ginger tea for an upset stomach, but you don't think of it really as helping your blood flow. If you ate a lot of ginger and then went in for some kind of elective surgery, say you had to have something removed from your skin, you might bleed more actually, because ginger can thin the blood so much and move nutrients in the blood. So ginger is a really good circulatory stimulant, but it also is more specific to fertility. There's some good research on ginger with fertility actually. And we also like it because it is an anti-inflammatory. So it's sort of like that thing when you're groggy in the morning. You know how we're getting old, right, Hillary? In the morning, we need a little boost.
Wait, what?
Like that. Not you. Not you. But anyway, ginger is kind of like turmeric as far as an anti-inflammatory for inflammation modulation. So like sort of along the lines of taking an ibuprofen, or you take your turmeric, or you take your ginger. They're all sort of in that same category. So those herbs are just good for you in so many ways.